Welcome back everybody to a new video. Where are we at? This ain't Mexico, Playboy. I hopped on the jet last night, 10 p.m. Mexico City time. And now we're in Belgium. Already got my first workout in. Back in the fields, back in the land. And I got a lot to say. First things first, let me talk about the flight. This is something that I've been thinking about, and it's so good to. There's so much value in like a 11-hour, 12-hour flight simply because of the meditative aspects of it. Like you're just forced to sit there and basically think and be in transit. And a lot of people loathe it, but you know what's funny about it? Especially in my culture, and I'm sure a lot of you people can relate to this. I'm sure most people think like that, especially older people. This whole notion about taking a flight from Mexico to Belgium or any long distance flight, like in Belgium, in my culture, this is not something that you just do, right? You have to, like, it's like a wedding, or it's like a communion, or it's like someone's being baptized. If it's a 10-hour flight, it has to be planned 6 months in advance, and we have to think about it, and we have to plot, and it's like, no, you can just also decide, hey, in 2 days, I'm gonna take a 10-hour flight halfway across the world. All you need is your passport and some money, and you can just do it. And what would you be doing if you didn't take that flight? Because people always think, like, it's too long. Like, none of my family has visited me in Mexico, because they're all like, it's too far, it's too long, the flight is too long. It's like, it's literally 10 hours that you would have spent either sitting on the couch, scrolling on your phone, sleeping, or watching TV. Like, well, how would you have spent those 10 hours? So if you can just overcome that obstacle, this cultural ancient objection that stems from flights being some luxurious thing, like, people didn't used to do that, right? Like 10 years ago, people didn't, or 20 years ago, people didn't take long flights. It's something that that was only for the privileged and crazy adventurous people. Like, you did that like once a year, or you did that if you got married and you had a honeymoon. Guess what? Now you can just do it. You can just take a flight, 10 hours, and then all of a sudden you're physically in Mexico, and now I'm physically in Belgium. It really works like that. Life is that simple. Like, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. There's so many people always making objections to take action, to do things, to travel the world. Like, you can just do it. You can literally just do it. Like, all that stuff is in your head. It's your parents telling you that that's crazy. Alright? So that's the first thing. And on that note, and I know why you're tuning in today, I know what you'll want to hear. How did it go? Because the last video, I was talking spicy. Well, I'm happy to say that I followed through, and I decided to attack the day, attack love, attack my reality. And what do I mean by that? As you guys know, your boy got blocked. All good. Took a few L's, took it on the chin. And last video, I was contemplating on how to react and what to do. And basically everybody in my environment was like, dude, chill the fuck out. Like, just fall back, like, whatever. And I get why they're saying that. And guys, I'm not even really talking just about love or a failed relationship in general. When people give you advice, they're usually going to give you the advice to, like, fall back, chill, don't get too crazy. Like, you have to do the opposite. You have to go out on your shield, die on your shield. That's what I did. I decided to stir the motherfucking pot. I stood on business. So I got like I basically sent her like a Grinch teddy bear, because she used to call me the Grinch, because I'm a Grinch. I complain a lot, and I hate everybody. No note, no name, none of that. Like, the idea was not to, like, reconnect, or like, let's meet again, or let's talk about it again. Like, no. Just like, I love you. It was real. I still love you. I'll always love you. But that was my closure, my ceremonial gift to basically, and me not putting, I didn't put my name on anything. I didn't put a card. None of that. Just like, thinking of you, love you. But it's time to move on. But the point is, guys, you have to follow through on action. If you can pick between doing something, attacking the day, stirring the pot, or just falling back and less is more, all that nonsense. No, attack the day. People are gonna call you. People call me. They call me desperate. They call me corny. They call me a stalker. Some of you guys call me a stalker. I read those comments. Don't worry. I still got love for you, because I know that's coming from a place of fear, a place of weakness. Don't be scared, guys. Don't be scared. Don't be scared of the perception that people have of you. I would much rather be considered, even by my exes or the people that know me or my friends, I would rather they think I'm crazy, I'm too much, I'm too intense, I'm too this, I'm too that, than to not have lived life, on my terms, and to not have been in attack mode. The reason why you see me the way I am today, the reason why I'm able to be happy, even though I've gone through a lot of stuff and I continue to go through a lot of stuff, is because I decide every day, I make the decision to be a factor. I'm a factor in the game. I'm not watching from the sidelines. I'm not eating popcorn, getting fat. Oh, look, I think he's going to score. No, I'm going to score. Give me the motherfucking ball. That's my mentality. So if I have certain emotions, if I'm going through things that I want to express, and mind you guys, all of this applies to positive actions. This does not apply, I'm not telling you to go out and beat somebody up or kill somebody or go confront your ex. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about attacking the day in the context of the gestures of love. If it's coming from love, we don't have enough. In my mind, that was going to rhyme. If it was coming from love, we don't have enough. Love. Anyway, so that's what I did. I would rather be cringy, I would rather be emo, I would rather be too much, too intense. But if that means that I went out the way I am, all my emotions, all full display, the full palette, all right? And I need you guys to do the same. That's why I think, on a side note, because I'm always like tiptoeing the line on smoking weed or not, like, I do think there's a real possibility that, so it's like when I smoke weed, I become more insecure. I get more like down. I get more like, more in my own head, a little bit anxious, all that stuff. But I like that because it takes the edge of my irrational confidence. So I like to think, definitely a coping mechanism, but I like to think that had I not smoked weed, I would have been dead right now. Like, I would have been maybe killed, or I would have been, because I would have been too aggressive in terms of attacking life. I used to get in trouble before I smoked, guys, a lot, because of that aspect of my personality. So that's something that I do think about. That could be a real thing. Anyway, that was just a little side tangent. I wanted to also talk to you guys, because this video, like, I'm just giving you a broad update with life lessons sprinkled in between. All right. So next day, 2025. It's all about leveling up, and I need you guys, and I want you guys to level up with me. Like me right now, I'm basically doing 4 jobs at one time. I'm hustling, and it's wonderful. There's nothing better than having purpose. So as you guys know, I already had the full-time job. I already had the coaching, and of course the YouTube channel, which I love. But you know what? 2025, let's motherfucking go. Let's add to that list. So I'm trying to get into, just sharing this idea to maybe give you guys some inspiration. I'm trying to get into basically, well, like real estate now, what do you call that? Oh man, I'm blanking. I know the word in Dutch. A real estate agent, kind of. Hear me out. Not really, but kind of. So basically, I am staying in Mexico City. I am renting a room from this company that basically rents out units, like rooms in a shared house, in a co-living, in a co-housing. And so I basically network with them. That's why you talk with people, guys. You talk with people to form the connections, to form the relations, and then opportunities literally just occur out of thin air. So I got to know the owner of this company that I am renting a room from in this co-living, and basically we concluded that we could both help each other, meaning that I could provide lead generation in terms of finding people that are looking for a room and then bringing them to them, and then I get my cut, all right, and then I also get paid. Mexico City is such an incredible, like, there's so much opportunity in Mexico City, and I'll tell you guys why. Because most people are still scared of it. They still think it's this hellhole being ran by narcos and people are getting kidnapped left and right. Now, mind you, people do get kidnapped, just not where I live. Like, if you come to Mexico City, the beauty about it is I'm basically living in a village. Roma Norte, Juarez, and Condesa is like, it's a little village in the city, and you don't really have to leave that little privileged area. It's gentrified. It's definitely, like I said, privileged. It's like some people say it's not the real Mexico. It's still not like a Mexico. Like, chill, all right? It's wonderful, and I would say that area where I'm living in is safer than any city in Belgium. It's safer than Antwerp. It's safer than Brussels. Way safer than Brussels. So, like, the point is, people don't know that, but it's this beautiful little, oasis of safety and the best climate in the world. Mexico City has the very best climate in the entire world. Never too hot, never too cold. And more and more people are finding out, and so I see opportunity in that in terms of providing them with rooms and with, the possibility to rent a place. So I'm jumping on that. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna be successful? Maybe not. Maybe yes. It doesn't matter. The point is, let's go. 2025. I want you guys to hop on something. Like, something that I learned with my cancer and what I went through is, so in the beginning, the first couple of years, I was literally officially declared handicapped by the Belgian government, right? And so I was getting paid by the Belgian government to just like live and to stay alive. And so I witnessed what it was like to have unlimited amount of time with no financial stress. Like, and I was still living with my parents on top of that. People that have 9 to 5s and that are busy, they all think they want freedom, and they can all tell you what they don't like. They all hate their job. They all tell you what they don't like to do, but they can't tell you what they do like to do. If you gave them, it's like, money's no issue. You have a basic income, like, you have a good income, just every month you're getting paid regardless. So you can do anything that you want to do. Spend your time as you wish. Everybody's thinking right now, it would be so amazing, so great. I would, have the greatest parties and go to restaurants. And it's like, all right, tell me how you feel on a Tuesday morning, 10:25 a.m. On a Monday afternoon, 2:35 p.m. Early afternoon. What are you doing with your time? What are you doing that is productive and that gives you a good feeling, and that is not scrolling on your phone or watching a show on TV? I promise you guys, I know it might be controversial, but I am convinced that most people in this world need jobs. They need jobs, they need structure and routine to not lose their goddamn mind, and to have a goal every morning and to have a purpose. Because it's really hard to find purpose. It's really hard to find something productive to do with your time. I know, and I'm gonna ruff a lot of feathers, because everybody thinks they have this like idea of a passion they want to pursue. They think they want to be artists. They think they want to be painting. Like, start painting. Actually spend a Tuesday morning painting or doing that thing that you think is your passion. See how far you get before you're like, kind of boring. I don't know what to do. So, like, it's really, the point I'm trying to make is, guys, like, it is so important that you figure out if you even have something like that you would put all of your time and attention into, if you would even be able to come up with something like that. That's why, I went through that. I had years of that. That's also why initially, that's how I started my fitness and bodybuilding journey. I deluded myself into thinking I was a bodybuilder, and bodybuilding and fitness became my main activity, but it wasn't enough to fill the day. Not hardly enough. So then I added the YouTube channel to that, and it wasn't enough either. It still wasn't enough. And then I added the coaching, and it still wasn't enough. I still have too many moments where I feel like I could be doing more. I could be doing more with my time. And definitely the weed smoking comes into that, because weed smoking is a beautiful way to pass the time. Getting high, watching time fly, as old Tupac said. Weed smoke is an escape. All of a sudden time just, flies and you're good. So all of these things, that's how I'm trying to do more, and I urge you guys to do more. And if you're looking for help to somebody to get you to do more, if you have the abundance mindset, not the scarcity mindset, if you have the abundance mindset and you understand you have to invest to make more money, then you can hire me, all right? Then I'm your guy. If you're not familiar with those concepts, it's pretty, so basically it means people that have scarcity mindset. So basically every single Belgian person, we all have scarcity mindset. We're always like saving money and we don't want to spend money. We think everything is expensive. We're counting pennies. We're using coupons and discount codes to buy everything. We only shop on Black Friday. That's scarcity. We're trying to hold on to our coins, right? But that only creates more scarcity. That's not going to make you money. That's not going to elevate your lifestyle. The abundance mindset is the opposite of that, where you basically understand that money is never the goal. Money is a resource. It's a number to help you achieve the real goal. But if you're still thinking money is the goal and gathering, collecting money is the goal, then you're stuck, all right? You need to invest to progress. This is like the most rudimentary, basic breakdown of scarcity and abundance mindset. Please do Google it or read about it if you think this is an interesting notion or interesting concept, because I definitely did not just properly explain that. I'm just telling you like the super basic outlines that you should definitely look into. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm 36, I have no kids. It's time to take off. It's time to go harder. Like, the channel has been growing immensely in the last 6 months, which is so amazing. I will say, like, if you ask me, like, what is my true passion, my true, like, purpose, it's like 50-50 bodybuilding and just this channel. I just feel like I'm creating a legacy. I'm creating something. This will always be here. Like, I will always be able to go back at any age, at any point in time, and see how I was thinking at 29, at 30, at 36, like what was going through my mind. I never want to become that old person who's angry at the world and angry at young people and thinks they're all idiots, and that's why I want to save this like video diary of my thoughts, of my philosophy as I progress, to be able to reach back and have a point of reference. So guys, when I get cold, and it's cold as hell out here, my scar shrinks, and when my scar shrinks, it becomes harder and harder for me to pronounce things, as my lips, my bottom lip also shrinks, and like the whole thing becomes less mobile. So I got about 2 minutes left to wrap up this video before I become utterly inaudible and a literal mute. Because there's one more thing I wanted to talk about, which was leaning into yourself. That's something else I want you guys to do next year, something that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lean more into myself, meaning that it is time to get up under the idea that of who you are is basically your parents and your family and your cultural background. No, you can really truly be like, we all have this like inner rock star in ourselves, this inner like thing that we're scared to show. We're shy to bring that out, and I'm bringing that out full force next year. I've already been bringing it out with the hair, with the fashion, with the clothing, with the videos, with the mentality and the personality, but I want to lean more into myself. So next year, I'm very much considering getting a tattoo. It'll be a tattoo in the Stoic context. I'll talk about that later, but it's just something that like, look where I'm from. I'm a goddamn foreigner. I come from a foreigning family. My father was one of 15 kids. 15 kids from the same grandma, right? So like that's to say, like, very conservative, small village minded background. Tattoos here are kind of frowned upon, especially by my family and my surroundings. It's just like something that you don't do. It's like for people that are kind of like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I don't agree with that, obviously. I don't think that's true at all. I think we have gotten far past that, and that's something that I want to entertain. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of my thoughts. I know it's a lot, I know it's a bit cluttered, but just remember this, guys. Run towards the fight, embrace love, embrace who you are in all your cringy aspects. Like at the end of the day, you gotta stand on business. You gotta do that thing. Choose love, choose romance. Be the sacrificial lamb. Alright? If it means that you might look crazy, you might look desperate, you might look this and that. It don't matter to me. Alright? Guys, that's it. I can feel my jaw locking up because of the cold. Thanks a lot for watching and listening. Per usual, leave a comment, hit the thumbs up. And like I said, if you're trying to reach out, send me an email and we can make this thing happen, take it to the next level. Alright, love you all. Peace.